Welcome back, kids. Inverted Cow here. Just figured I'd do a little quick walkabout and show you how things have been progressing since the latest update. As you can see, I've made a Tower of Doom here for my bloodwood trees. Unfortunately, it's just a little too high up for the harvester to detect it. But we're going to start right here. This was the old cobble generator. Of course, you can see it's been dismantled and taken down. I'm starting to lay out plots for some of the gardens and garden places and whatnot. Tainted soil, I'm going to just fill it with various bushes, various nether bushes. This is all my glycium that I got off of the sludge boiler, same as the tainted soil. This all came off the sludge boiler. Put a barrel in the middle, got witch water coming out of it, and it immediately started spawning mushrooms. Still don't have red ones yet, or the rest of the glow shrooms, but that's not a big deal. Soul sand, as I get this, I'm filling this in, and this is just going to become another wart farm. Cactuses. This is all a lot of cactus seeds and sugarcane seeds, so what I'll probably do is I'll just go through here once they're all grown fully up, and I'll just chop them all down. I might make a real cactus farm later on, but I highly doubt it because I really don't need that much cactus green. Even for making the green hardened clay, and I've already got a full barrel, reinforced barrel full of clay balls. This is just ridiculous. You probably expect to see a lot of red brick. Started out, oh yeah, by the way, that aroma backup system, if you try and take it off your system, it causes it to crash. It's also a hack program, by the way. It seems to transmit data if you have the game on or off. Not too impressed with JCat on putting that one on. Haven't figured out how to remove it yet safely. Not too happy with it. Alright, where are we here? Yeah, these are gardens. I just started planting this a few minutes ago. Open blocks tank with a sprinkler on top, fed with a water supply. It's the only way you can actually get these hooked to hoses or water lines is to use the open blocks tank on them. Of course, the sunset still happens about every 5 minutes, so. Yep, and oh, look at that. Nighttime lasted almost as long as daytime. There we go. This big purple thing over here was a mob grinder I was starting to focus on. As you can see, it made it that far, and that's as far as I've gone. I really had no use for it. I don't really need the mob grinders, as I said on the previous video. You simply just don't need it. What's going to happen here is my tree farm has a nasty habit of spawning a lot of hostiles. Now, as you can see, it's fully harvested right now, except for the bloodwood tree and these poor little things that haven't grown. I plant nether trees over here on this soil, and for the most part I just come out here and I just cover this area with tree saplings, whatever I have, and it goes into my great inventory system. This is all strictly barrels with pipes. Eventually what I plan on doing is hooking up a few, actually a series of planters that are all going to be piped in, so that one planter does nether trees and another planter will do like a small wheat patch or a fairly large wheat patch. I'll have a very large oak tree patch, probably one that does like a mix of oak and pine and jungle wood on a medium-sized patch. That I have to plant manually. That bloodwood I have to plant manually because it's just basically it's so high up. I had tried to put a ladder on. I had a ladder down at the bottom of this platform, or a elevator at the bottom and an elevator at the top, and apparently they have a maximum height on those elevators. Down here you can tell I've got my old, uh, this is all lava crucibles, igneous extruder, pumping the cobble into the crucible tanks. That's all flaming this tainted soil, which it's the nether soil, so when it starts burning, it never quits. Right now I'm only running the one magmatic dynamo, and so I'm drawing that much lava. It's also piped into a second igneous extruder and one um, smeltery. I'm getting, oddly enough, I'm getting Minecraft squid spawning in this pool. I just put this pipe in. I have to obviously move it because I can't jump in here anymore, but it's kind of funny because I'll just come over here and kill the squid and collect goodies. Let's see if I can jump up here. This is something I like about these wrenches. You can click on these things and it changes the height. Yeah, I can't jump up that high. I have to put another block in to get up there. But yeah, it's kind of funny because the last game I couldn't get a squid. I actually had to keep making squid spawn squid eggs to get the ink sacs. Of course, you get the raw calamari and raw squid. The mariculture raw squid I have not found a use for apart from fish food. However, it's kind of nice getting the ink sacs, not having to worry about it. Of course, I really don't have use for the ink sacs because you don't use them for Thaumcraft anymore. The raw calamari, on the other hand, is a food item, so that can be eaten. These two chests here are both, that's the end of my run, so anything that doesn't go in a barrel goes in those chests. This igneous extruder is making obsidian right now. It's keeping me pretty stocked. You'll see my heads popping up everywhere. Basically, wherever I've died, that's where my head goes. And as you can tell, I've had a few deaths. The problem is this is a great big open field. Once it's all covered in trees, you get spaces and voids in there, and it becomes a mass mob grinder. Like I just make filled with mobs. It's just hostiles on top of hostiles. So what I'm going to end up doing is once I've replaced this leadstone energy conduit with proper energy conduit, get rid of this stuff, I'll put in a couple of redstone energy cells, and I'm going to throw in 2 or 3 actual mob grinders in here. Of course, I need books to make the mob grinder, so in order to make the book, I need cows. In order to get cows, I've got to make my fields. So that's what I'm working on up here right now, is I'm making fields, making gardens, going to start making some fields. I've got to take it out. Remember, I got to take it out so many squares. So on the other side of that cactus, on the other side of that field, I'll put a couple more plots, and I'm going to carry them around. Something else I do need to think about doing is I want to move this water source, this starting source here. Last time I made a big tank out of it and I put it right here. And I'm really thinking what I might do is abandon this mob grinder and turn that into my ocean. I'm just going to square it off, take out the tower, bring it up maybe 1 or 2 layers, so it's 2 or 3 layers deep, cover it with fish nets, and call it good. So that might be another project. That is in a slime chunk, however, it does generate slimers, but since I got the slime saplings, I don't need that. I did get something interesting. I gotta show you this. I got a bunch of spawn eggs. Um, spawn the mushroom, spawn a villager, like 6 spawn villagers now. I don't think that's the same color as a normal egg. So I have a funny feeling that Jade's toying with my emotion here. Spawn villager. Let's see, where's the villager? Spawn villager brown. Oh, I guess it is. Not that I don't trust her or nothing, but you know how it is. Spawn silverfish. Yeah, like 6 silverfish. That's something I really want. A blizz. 1 sheep. That's funny. A pig. I'm not sure what the jade cat is. I'm kind of leery about that one. Yeah, the spawn chickens. Of course, that's one that you got to make anyway. You don't get like the spawn mushrooms. I can probably breed those and shear a couple and then get leather from them. So I'm probably going to set up a pasture and throw some of these guys in. I'm going to put a village. I'm actually going to build a village on this one and throw my villagers in it.
If it doesn't crash on you.
And maybe I'll even make a villager trade system. Oh, yeah, hunger overhaul. Always eat. Always eat. Damn, I spend more time eating on this game than eating and sleeping. You think that's all this guy ever did? There we go. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to put a village over here someplace. Just my standard apartment building. Throw in some villagers, maybe put a village trading center in it. See what kind of goodies I get happening. This thing I'm going to tear out and throw it away. I can use the green stay blocks, the clay blocks here for my walkways and my borders and such. Of course, the old house, the old homestead here is going to get upgraded, which is why I'm leaving this area as it is for now. I'm going to bring it out, and this house is going to come out and probably go up this time. So that's how things have been rolling here on the old playthrough, like 4.5 or number 5 or whatever we're on now. Still not too impressed with the modifications and the latest updates, and well, one more restart from the world and I'll probably really just stop playing this modpack, because honestly, if they can't get it together, it's irritating. So talk to you all later, kids. Have a good night.